Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jambar in 10. I'm Josh Robinson.
And I'm Scott Shiddock.
YSU's College for the Over 60 is entering its 26th year of operation, with 22 students currently enrolled. The Over 60 program is a way for people ages 60 and older to take college classes for free. Some can even earn a degree. The College for the Over 60 is available to anyone over the age of 60 who has lived in Ohio for at least 1 year. 70-year-old Alan Merkin shares his thoughts on what over 60 students can do to the classroom.
We're sitting here discussing what is history to them to what we actually went through. And that's really fascinating, really fascinating. And again, I'm getting insight from kids that I'm getting insights from the kids that I never thought about, you know. So it's fascinating. It really opens your eyes up.
The Over 60 program has Ohio senior citizens getting back in the classroom free of charge.
2 degree programs have been added to the WCBA's list of internationally accredited programs. Jambar reporter Nick Carlisle-Hanchard has more.
The Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration and Master's in Business Administration are the WCBA's newly internationally accredited degree programs. On February 7th, the Association to Advance Collegiate Business Schools extended accreditation to the WCBA's BSBA and MBA programs. The AACSB is internationally recognized and responsible for setting the global standards for business schools. In a press release from the News Center, YSU President Bill Johnson said the external acknowledgement underscores the work of students and faculty at the WCBA. He said this global recognition places YSU's business programs in the top 6% worldwide. Consequently, he said, our students are ensured a high-quality business education and professional development opportunities that enable them to maximize their competitiveness in the job market. Christina Sanger, Associate Dean of the WCBA, said the college's continued professional and technical advancements are apparent in this achievement. Our accreditation, she said, is an outcome of continually improving and innovating how we engage students inside and outside of the classroom to prepare them to excel in business. This, she says, resonates with what our students are looking for and motivates them to enroll in our business degree programs. She played an integral role in preparing the reports required for the accreditation process. Faculty involvement in student success, the professional development services offered to them, and the implementation of various technologies in courses were noted as strengths to the WCBA's programs. The majors under the BSBA are accounting, business administration, business analytics and economics, finance, marketing, and management. In addition to the general option, the MBA program includes specializations in leadership, human resources, and healthcare management. For the Jambar, I am Nick Carlisle-Hanchard. Thank you.
Former Youngstown State University President Jim Tressel was nominated February 10th as Ohio's next Lieutenant Governor by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. 72-year-old Tressel, if nominated is approved, would take over for former Ohio Lieutenant Governor John Husted, who was appointed by DeWine to fill in the vacant seat in the Ohio Senate. The vacated spot in the Senate was previously held by the current U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance. Tressel served as president at YSU from 2014 until his retirement in 2023. He also served over a combined 20 years as head coach for both YSU's and the Ohio State University's football programs. In order for Tressel to officially become Ohio's lieutenant governor, he must be confirmed by the Ohio Senate and the Ohio House of Representatives.
With the Trump administration's recent memorandum calling for the freeze of federal funding, some students are unsure about the future of their loans. Jambar reporter Matt Sotler has the story.
On January 27th, President Donald Trump's Office of Management and Budget ordered a freeze on all federal grants and funding. While this order was rescinded 2 days later, a federal judge has since halted the order on February 10th. Many students wonder about the futures of their grant money and their loan money.
Youngstown State University's Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships, Melissa McKenney, said financial aid to students would not be affected by this freeze.
So it's kind of it's very layered. But from the standpoint of YSU, what is good is that they immediately confirmed that this would not affect our ability to disperse federal student loans and federal Pell Grant.
While the future of federal funding still remains uncertain, Ohio State Representative Lauren McNally released a statement concerning the freeze on February 5th, stating, "My office has nowhere near the bandwidth of these federal offices, and it is important to me that the people know who represents them and who should be solving problems with the federal government." If the freeze were to target financial aid, McKinney said YSU would be unable to distribute any and all federal funds, grants, or loans.
And if a worst case scenario were to come down the pipeline and say, we are currently told to freeze all aid, then we would not be able to basically disperse aid as of that date. Anybody who received aid prior to, obviously that aid would have been received, but then we would have to cease awarding any type of aid that's supported by the U.S. Department of Education, the federal government.
McKinney urged any students who may be concerned or have questions about the federal freeze to reach out to the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships or the Penguin Service Center with any questions. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Matt Zoller.
Thanks for that, Matt. Next up, we're going to toss it over to Scott Tanner for sports.
The Horizon League announced February 10th that the Youngstown State University's men's basketball team's matchup against the University of Wisconsin's Milwaukee has flexed from ESPN Plus to ESPNU. The matchup is scheduled for 9 p.m. February 21st at Zidon Family Arena inside Beagley Center. The game's theme is a red out, and all fans are encouraged to wear red in support of YSU. The Youngstown State University's baseball team opens its season in Waco, Texas against Baylor University Bears. This is the Penguins' second consecutive opening day in Texas. The team added over 20 newcomers since the end of last season, including a new head coach, Trevor Sharpie. With a 16-44 record last year and a 9-21 divisional record, the Penguins will look to rewrite the script February 14th at 4 p.m. The Bears ended their last year with a 22-31 record and a 17-16 record at home. To stay up to date on the YSU baseball team, visit ysusports.com. The Youngstown State University softball team opens its 2025 season in the Woolford tournament from February 7th to 9th in South Carolina. On day one, the Penguins were defeated by the University of Dayton and Towson University 6-0 and 13-3 respectively. On day two, the Penguins were defeated by the tournament's host, Woolford College, 5-2. In the second matchup against Dayton, YSU fell 8-1. In its final game of the tournament, the Penguins lost 5-2 against Towson. The Penguins will return to action in the Winthrop tournament in Rock Hill, South Carolina. The tournament is set to take place on February 21st and conclude the 23rd. That's all we have for the sports this week. Let's take it back to the desk.
Thanks, Scott. That's all we have for you today. I'm Josh.
I'm Scott.
And you've been watching the Jambar in 10.